So you can see how beautiful this area is, the gorge, the canyon, and it's gonna be underwater after maybe 5 years. It's gone. So this is the bad news.
You know, yeah, it's really strange to be taking out here, knowing that this place soon is going to be underwater. These rocks we're sitting on, where we're talking right here, is going to be gone, and all the people who we've interacted with upstream are going to be flooded out of their homes. So yeah, it's really kind of a bittersweet trip, because it's kind of like watching the death of a really close friend. Clearly the race against the clock, if there ever was one, as far as saving this river is a finished race.
In China, power generation has won out over conservation. These projects have forced more than 10 million people from their homes and their land, many of whom are still suffering the impacts of displacement. Although hydropower seems green, the consequences of these projects is putting more pressure on the land and the communities that have survived off of these rivers for thousands of years. As far as saving the Yangtze River, it's too late. But within China and the rest of the world, there still remains rivers that have not taken this transformation yet, but are still threatened by the possibility. And yet, there is still hope to save these rivers.
And I think that it's an important thing to consider that our actions really do have impacts, because the perspective of us being, kind of the culture of the United States of America and Western culture in large part, is that people don't necessarily agree with policy, but culture sells, and culture goes a long way. And the more we consume, the more that it perpetuates the need for these dams, and the more it perpetuates the desire in people that live in places like this to scrap an entire existence that is so much more pure.
You know, we lost a lot of battles in the States too before we won any of them. You know, we've got the Grand Canyon, but we lost Glen Canyon. And it's a tough one because we're not exactly a role model for environmentalism. I mean, we're the largest consumers on the planet, and it's tough to go to a developing nation, especially one with over 1 billion people, and say don't build dams, especially when they open a new coal-fired power plant every week in this country. But at the same time, you gotta believe, or I've gotta believe at least, that there's a better solution than what's going on right here.
The other day, we have a debate with Willie and Jed and me. We were talking about the future of the world. We say the future of the world is gonna be finished because we want so much things. We want so much energy. So we were discussing if there's any chance to save this world. So, I mean, it's up to you to think about this idea, to think about it, whether you are able to save the world or not. Because it's, I mean, every individual is, you know, one of this big family of the world, you know. So your way of living and your way, your family, your country, and so on and so forth, you know, lead the ways. So I think there should be at least some opportunity for the humankind if they think about it and change the way they live. So I think there should be a bright future.
Skip and run, jump and fly. We can get there if we try. By and by, by and by. Skip and run, jump and fly. We can get there if we try.
Well, life's too fast, I gotta move slow until I grow my wings, and then that's when I'ma fly. I seen the other side, I got people waiting on me, filling my story, so I'm sticking with the lie. Dropping more leaves, trees grown wise. I didn't wanna lie, never said this shit was easy. Know that baby's gonna cry, and then she's gonna smile big for me, cause I'm perfecting my path. After I come up with my answers, then I'm checking the math. I know the crawl before you ball, believe just half of what you saw. Perceive the glass is almost full, but you could fill another glass. Still another calf laughs, he's just a part of the herd. But we ain't gotta butt heads, I get much farther with words. I'm just an artist trying to run and jump, a dreamer who could skip and fly. Seen you losing grip and I came zipping by, dipping, hitting switches, something vicious. Then I doubled back, ain't no trouble, that's just in my nature. Let's get there, we'll take it.
Skip and run, jump